Weeks ago, we began issuing solar storm warnings, tracking the rotation of a massive coronal hole and referencing new studies from the University of Tsukuba, published in Chaos 2025. We highlighted two key windows, May 18 to 20 and June 14 to 16. At the time, it sounded bold, but now, data is catching up. If you find value in this kind of research, hit that like button. We're a small channel with a bold heart, and that tiny click helps us reach more people asking the same questions you are. On March 24th, that coronal hole rotated into Earth-facing position for the 7th time. We flagged it based on its past behavior, solar wind speed, and new research linking solar activity to shallow fault stress. Then, 30 days later, on April 23rd, a 6.2 magnitude earthquake struck near Istanbul, just 2 days after the same coronal hole returned during rotation number 8. Coincidence? Maybe. But the timing lined up almost exactly with patterns observed in Japanese and Harvard-affiliated studies, solar wind exceeding 600 kilometers per second, negative IMF-BZ polarity, and geomagnetic instability within 12 to 72 hours of the Earth-facing event. This isn't proof of causation, but it's a pattern worth tracking. And now, that same coronal hole is back again, rotation number 9, and it's expected to face Earth on May 17th. That's exactly why we highlighted May 18th to 20th. Because solar wind doesn't strike instantly, it takes 12 to 72 hours to reach Earth. And here's a curious twist. On May 2nd, U.S. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum warned of possible large-scale power outages this summer, blaming the Biden administration. Is it just political finger-pointing? Or is it a quiet warning about vulnerabilities that haven't been publicly acknowledged? We're not saying it's connected to solar activity, but the timing, hard to ignore. And here's something else. May 17th doesn't just mark the return of the coronal hole. It also aligns with a celestial event, Uranus Cazimi, when Uranus passes through the heart of the Sun. Exact at 6:32 p.m. Central Time at 27 degrees Taurus. In astrology and ancient sky traditions, Uranus is the planet of disruption, innovation, rebellion, and sudden change. When it aligns with the Sun this precisely, those forces amplify. We're not saying the planets cause seismic events, but when you combine a returning coronal hole, high-speed solar wind, a rare solar alignment involving Uranus, and a seismic spike just weeks before, you're not just looking at coincidence, you're looking at convergence. That's why we do more than talk about sunspots. We collect solar and seismic data, cross-reference it with independent observatories, and use AI to trace overlooked patterns and possible warning signals. This isn't guesswork. This is synthesis of space weather, planetary geometry, and a willingness to ask, what if we're missing something? When science finally catches up, the question won't be, why didn't we know? It'll be, why didn't we look closer? Some call it speculation. We call it curiosity. Some say it's reaching. We say it's pattern recognition. Stay aware, stay sharp, and as always, stay bold. Because the sky above us might still hold answers we've only just begun to decode.